yeah, baby. That was dope. No lie.
It's a double kill for Jim.
Oh my God, Jim!
Looking pretty good. It's gonna be a triple kill. Jim comes on fire. Jim comes on fire.
Had the right angle, but couldn't land the shot. The dart goes to 2-piece. Oh my God! Oh no! He was down to 1 second on the clock.
Já pegou bala na cara do Master. O Almarinho vai tentando fazer o primeiro. Da estátua vai tentar o tiro porrada e bomba! Vem! Um clutch muito difícil de vencer, mas...
Square on the body that you hit. He no-scoped for Apollo right there. He no-scoped.
Termina eliminando a Jack y Lux queda solamente vivo por parte de repente consigue la primera baja de este round. Se da cuenta que no
And a good evening, EU. We are back for it. That's right. It is spring 2022. Mobile Mayhem is back with a vengeance, baby. We are ready to rock and roll. I'm Verdict as always. I'll be on the 1s and 2s. I think we've been doing this for over a year now, and I gotta say, man, this is the best season yet to come. I say that every season, but I truly mean it this time. Joining me tonight, you see it right here, the gorgeous man, better looking than Orlando Bloom, the sexier Jesus, my guy Gilmania. How are you doing, homie?
I'm doing quite alright, you know, getting ready. I think what you said, it's understandably so, you know. I feel like the skill level is always being increased in one way or another, so pretty thrilled for us to be on the first day of regular season now.
Oh yeah, regular season is bound. We've gone through qualifiers. We've seen 4 lucky teams make it through. Well, I'll say lucky. Certainly was a lot of skill involved to make it through that,
Yeah.
but now they're going to get the ranks of, going up against some of the best in EU. As, we've had some pretty stout competition come through in qualifiers. I think one of the teams that I was most, excited to see go through was EUE. Of course, they won it with a bit of ease. I don't think they dropped a single map. And then on the flip side of things, you got Qlash, who's made it in yet again. And then 2 other teams in Portugal. And who was the last team to make it? Was that?
Portugal, Qlash,
That would be Lux Aeterna. How the hell did I forget that?
Lux.
Yeah.
Right.
Perfect. Yeah, there we go. Taking a look at it now as we've got a pretty stout schedule ahead of us. I also want to go through a few things before we do jump into it now as we're taking a look at it. We got prize pools and prizing structure for everyone to see. Oh, yeah, this is a fat prize pool of $1,100. $660 to the first place team. Second place team is going to be running a fat 165. So solid one indeed. I think last season was very similar, and I think I've been begging for a bump in prize pool, and we just didn't get it, and that's quite all right. So 1,100 prize pool is where we're going to be sitting at. 660 for first, 275 for second, and 165 for third. Taking a look at the bans as well as the rules. Available operators. Run through this real quick so that way we can get into the meat and potatoes. It's going to be the Annihilator, Death Machine, Sparrow, Gravity Spikes, Grav Vortex, Purifier, Attack 5, Equalizer, Tempest, War Machine. Banned items, NA45 SVD, Shorty Thumper, Jack 12, LMGs. Limited to 1 player per team, as well as the Marksman and shotguns. Launchers, I do believe, are completely banned. So, equipment, trip mines, Molotovs, thermites, gas grenades. Heartbeat sensor, of course, you don't ever want anybody sitting in a corner with a heartbeat sensor. How competitive is that? Flash throw max, storm ball, and then the rest. The perks going to be a Kimbo. You guys all see this. The score streaks are the same as usual. We haven't made any changes to that, and I don't think we're going to waste any more time with running that through. But what I think is interesting is the matches of the day. Is Gil, I'm taking a look at it. We're going to be starting things off with a little bit of Illuminati EU versus Portugal.
That's right. First match of the season verdict. Illuminati and Portugal will be facing off in Hardpoint on Slums. Then they will be moving on to Search and Destroy on Raid. But the third map, though, is going to be a small change over there, right, Verdict?
That is right. Domination's out. It is going to be a toss-up between Hardpoint and Search or Destroy. Well, the randomizer selected Hardpoint this time around, and we're going to see a summon Hardpoint beat Game 3. That's right. Domination's out of the mix. Control has been added per Champ's rule set. And right now, we're looking at, until we find that stable game mode for third, until Control's added spectator slots, it's going to be like this for the remainder of the season.
Yeah, I feel like it's a bit of a nail on the side of the fact that you can't be spectating quite yet onto Control, but, it's something new. Of course, teams will be able to scream one another, but for the time being, we will have to roll with either Hardpoint or S&D on the third one, like Verdict mentioned. And, there's that, right? It's a bit of an extra practice in a way for those who do get onto the third map when it comes down to either Hardpoint or S&D. And, what are your thoughts on Control, Verdict? I know that's something that's been discussed in the past, right?
Yeah, I think Control has potential. I don't know how it plays out. I have seen it in some weird tournament that Hawk's Nest ran a few weeks back, but the rule sets really didn't allow for me to get an actual playthrough on it. Basically, from what I'm understanding from Space, he's saying it's basically a front line off the rip, like you get a little bit of spawn protection, and then from there, it's basically team deathmatch. So I don't know how competitive that's going to be in regards to, Control being a third, game mode. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think Domination being in a map pool selection for a Game 3 option, I don't know if that's necessarily... How do I say it? It's never been a competitive game mode in CDL. It's been so long since it has. And Control was recently added as of, Cold War? I think the change is in the right direction, but I think that needs a little bit more tinkering when it comes to that. So, in regards to, other rule sets that we've seen as well that's been amended, we will no longer have individual team selected weapon bans. That'll be removed from the rule set too as well. So, Is it a dub or an L for both of those rules? I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to say it's a dub because we're looking to make a change and adapt and try and stay competitive. But at the same time, I can see how the community will respond to something like this in regards to, seeing the SKS being spammed, regardless of, how broken some people may say it is. I feel like it is, one of those things that people are, always not going to be just jumping on board for change off the rip. I think we need to give it a little time and, allow it that opportunity to, be displayed and see how it pans out. But, then again, that's just me, as for everybody else, I don't know how they feel on it. How do you feel on it, Gil?
Well, I think like you mentioned, we'll have to get some time onto it when it comes down to control. If I'm being truly honest with you, I haven't really seen that much myself, so I can personally give an answer. And at the same time, I don't think I've played it once before, so it's only coming down from what I've seen a few counted times. And well, like you said, it's something to work on. Definitely, there are some tweaks that, in my opinion, are going to be needed in order to get it better. And yeah, I'm not sure. I think we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait for that all to be available for us. I think it would be nice to get it soon though, because like you said, it's gonna be added for champs, and yeah, maybe teams can practice, but at the same time, as a viewer, you also want to see them playing it, right? And it's kind of odd the fact that you can't for the reason that, well, the spectators are not available, but hopefully it's for the better. Hopefully it will be for the better once everybody gets their foot on the ground there, start making their own strategies, and well, we'll have to wait for it.
We'll have to wait for it indeed now, as we've taken a look at pretty much everything that we needed to recap on. We covered a lot in the past few minutes. One thing that I've failed to mention is, and I know it's tagged in chat, but I wanted to run through the matches of the day. Obviously, we talked about Illuminati in Portugal. That's where we're going to start the matchup here. The second place qualifier team from last season versus the third or fourth slot there for qualifies this season. Qlash and FM420 are going to be your second series of the night. Then we got the returning champs in Nova. They're going to be taking on Lux Aeterna, who again are newcomers to the scene as far as Mobile Mayhem regards. We're going to cap the night off with probably our highlight match of the night. That's not a probably, that's a definitely. Animus and 117 not found. This is going to be a heated series. This is going to be a heated best of three. And I'm super excited to see how this one pans out. So I'm going to be keeping my eye on that game or that series 4 opportunity, as I don't believe we're going to have as close of a matchup or as an anticipated matchup until then. But again, I talked to some of the players from Lux earlier, Parasite in particular. I was like, homie, you guys are going up against the best of the best in EU on day one. Like, sure, you've got your tickets to the show, but are you guys ready for it? It's not going to be, it ain't going to be easy, homie. I promise you it's not going to be pretty. And he assured me, he's like, look, bro, anytime that, we get into an opportunity like this, like, we're going to make the most of it. So I told him, look, I doubted him to his face. I said, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm rolling Nova on this series, but shock me if you can. So I'm going to be looking for some upsets here early on, too. So I think we're good as far as running through everything. I think we've hit everything. Rule set, prize pool. Do we miss anything, Chad? Of course not. Verdict always, hits it right on the first try. So, this first series, I'm taking a look at it. We do have 8 Air, Baby Shark, Catabuso, Pedro, and Torx coming through for Portugal. And then on the flip side of things, we've got Illuminati, and that roster is actually pretty solid. I'm looking at Mojito, Gracie, Starwrecker, Bison, and then a 5th player trying to hold this. I wonder who that could be. Oh, is that Ferg? Is that... No, that's not Ferg. That's that bot Toby, bro. Toby's back from Mobile Mayhem. It has been ages since I've seen Dude play, so we're gearing up for it. I'm looking forward to seeing how Toby does this first series. It's definitely been at least 2 or 3 seasons since we've seen bro in Mobile Mayhem.
And we're gonna have plenty of stuff for us to see. Plenty of new names into the scene. Plenty of teams, like you mentioned, the qualifiers are gonna have a tough one tonight, but well, for starters, you gotta give your best. And in here between Illuminati and Portugal, If I'm being honest, I'm thrilled to see how Portugal are gonna do. I know that maybe they didn't get the best results that they would have liked on the qualifiers, but they surely gave us a show. And well, for now, I feel like everybody is ready for us to start. Like we mentioned, it is going to be Hardpoint on Slums, and we're already gonna be loading into the game. Verdict.
We are here for game number 1. As mentioned earlier, it is going to be that Hardpoint Slums. Beautiful Panamanian displayed, the barrios. I don't know if that's what, would absolutely, translate, but, this doesn't look like it's too rough, right? Slums? I mean, when you hear slums, you think of, like, poor looking environment. Well, this is probably one of the best looking, translations from another previous COD title, and it absolutely plays well for Hardpoint, so we're here for it. First blood's going to come through. Baby Shark doop is going to go ahead and get the kilo out and man in the fort, but it is going to be the break coming through. That is going to be the side of Illuminati with a little bit of a back and forth affair. They're trying to get a little bit of ring control, but they're also trying to get those spawn flips, and that's going to be crucial here for this P2 rotation.
The outside, I'm looking at Calavuso finally getting some type of control. Gonna be spotted by Greasy, gets taken down. He already had 4 kills, but the problem is those 4 kills did not make an impact when it came down to the objective. Torres did get a few seconds, extra second inside of it, but so far the control is for the majority of the time in favor of Illuminati, doing a phenomenal job at keeping enemies under control. And as there's only 10 seconds remaining, we're gonna see people starting the rotations. There's P2 specifically. We can see Baby Shark gonna be the anchor with this kilo, like you mentioned, gonna be waiting for someone to walk by, dropping a nade, just waiting for the potential opportunity. Finds kill number 1 onto Starik. Goes for a second, and through the smoke he's gonna have a tough time, but initial seconds going in favor of the side of Portugal. They know how important these rotations can be. Baby Shark gonna find another kill onto the same player yet again, going for the double kill now. Does a lot of damage. Now the problem here is Verdict. Yes, they did have the spawns at first, but the push from Illuminati is too hot to handle right now.
Yeah, you're doing a great job of doing those spawn controls. You're trying to set a perimeter up on the backside, waiting for the push. However, the gun skill is just not there inside the point. The break does come through. The retake back in favor of the side of Illuminati. They're rocking and rolling here. They didn't get their early setup, but it doesn't matter. Better late than never now, as they've gotten their fair share. You can already see it. The closest this match is going to be is if the remainder of that scrap time does come through for the side of Portugal, and it does look like the last 10 seconds are going to be given away for free. P3 rotations are already set, and that is going to be the side of Illuminati making their rotations through. They've got a little bit of a battle here as now they're going to continue with the lead, but it's only shortly of, 7 points? It's nothing to be comfortable on, especially in a map like this. So they've got those back anchors coming through. You can see the backside for Bison. He's looking for damage. He's going to get some action on Torch, but here comes the operators. 1 kill for Calabulso before he's taken out. Gracie's going to try his luck. The hands are swift here for the Purifier. It's Butte. That's a 2-piece. Calabulso, how did you not get that call out, homie? You cannot peek that angle. It sure enough gets flamed, but Baby Shark coming through on the backside is going to be able to get the break. The retake is surely going to come, though, as now I see Toby going to pull out the Sparrow. Gets 2, but he is dropped. So it's a bloodbath here in P3. Certainly a back and forth affair, but the advantage still going to be remaining in the hands of the side of Illuminati off the rip.
A truly surprising result so far for me when it came down to Portugal. They are doing a phenomenal job. Yes, they might have a bit of a disadvantage, but the rotations have been quite alright as they begin to move on to the next one. Inside of the next kill, we're going to have Calavuso yet again finding kill number 14. One of the players with the most kills so far this game. And I gotta say that alongside with Baby Shark, they've been doing an amazing job for the team as Calavuso finds another kill, gonna be spotted by Greasy. I feel like, in a way, Greasy is the one causing the most problems to Calavuso specifically. So far, he's killed them plenty, and I mean plenty of times. Now, the problem here is gonna begin to be more and more to Portugal. Yes, they are not too far behind, but every point that they go through, it almost feels like that advantage is slightly going more and more in favor of Illuminati. They gotta find a way to not only close that gap, but find their own lead. Right now, they're gonna get inside. It is Riada, but through the wall, gonna be spotted, gonna get taken down. And like I mentioned, Illuminati slowly but surely getting more and more points for them.
Yeah, you can absolutely see it now as things are starting to get a little out of hand. 50-plus point advantage rolling in the favor of the side of Illuminati, but got to see how those comms sound now as we're going to buckle up. We're going to see if the redemption is coming through on this P1 reset. We're 4 points in already, and it's already a little out of hand. 70-point advantage in favor of Illuminati. We're going to jump in with the side of Portugal. Hear how those comms sound to see if they can turn it around here on this P1 reset.
Tem azul, matei azul, matei azul.
Está com encostado no meio. Dois. Estão os três stand.
Tá morto.
Meter trophy. Meio.
Estão via azul, estão via azul.
Meio a puxar. Dois meio a puxar.
Estão.
Ah, matou dois a puxar pela direita, mano.
Tá mais. Está azul a puxar.
Tem mais um ponto.
Perdemos o spawn.
Tem mais um.
Não tem spawn, tá
A
bom.
gente tem que jogar spawn, bora next.
Meio, azul.
Yeah. Bora next,
Estamos a
bora
perder o spawn. Vai next, ganhamos o próximo. Isso. Puxa, calabouço, estou contigo.
Vai next.
Tem Sparrow, mano. Blue, tem Sparrow Blue, mirando Blue.
Tá no arco-íris, mano.
Matei.
Tá Sparrow Blue. Mano, tá
Estão a ganhar spawn.
Tá a vir costas, já estão
Está no arco-íris lá atrás. Perdemos o spawn totalmente.
Bora.
All right, P1 reset done, and Gil, man, it's not looking any better than it started. It's a 70-point advantage, and it doesn't look like it's going to turn around here. 2 players on the point here for Illuminati. The break does come through, and now we're going to see a little bit of a back and forth here on this P2 rotation. And I got to say, going into this matchup, they held their own going into that P3 hillside. It was very close, but it hasn't been close ever since, Gil.
It's been now downhill for the side of Portugal. I even looked at it. Torres, he got the Annihilator out and couldn't even get a single kill with it. Got eliminated right away. As they now begin to be inside of it, they got 2 players trying to defend themselves. Let's see for how long. Torres with 5 kills gonna go for the 6th one. Gets stunned. His satellite does as well. The push is not gonna give them too many points in favor of Portugal. Finally though, they got about I want to say like 10 seconds in a row, which is the longest we've seen now for the last couple of points for them, but 10 seconds are not really gonna make a difference as their disadvantage is almost as high as 100 points. They decided to rotate onto the next hill. Baby Shark gonna be using the Tech 5. Baby Shark inside of the point gonna be trying to defend with this kilo. Let's see for how long. Gonna be holding this head glitch angle, but not really landing those shots. Gonna find a kill onto Mojito. The push from Illuminati gonna be stopped in their tracks. 2 more players are trying to get inside. Baby Shark trying to fight back, doing a lot of damage, trying to go for the kill. He finally does get it, and that's gonna be so far a perfect defense from the side of Portugal. The most dominant we've seen them so far this game, as it's been 30 seconds with them inside of the kill. Baby Shark trying to stay alive, gets spotted, gonna be taken down, but immediately the retake by his allies there. Riata now with a Purifier available, gonna find another kill onto Toby. Toby gets spotted. More points for Portugal. Verdict, like I said, this is the first time, but really making an impact. On top of that, they do got a few streaks and operators to follow through onto the next kill.
Yeah, that was a great hold. I mean, you got a lot to show for it. The score is a little closer. You got streaks to roll into this P4 rotation. The bad thing for P4 is there's not going to be a lot of value out of these, you know, clusters, predators. If you're inside the point, you're kind of in a little bit of a safe haven and, you know, exempt from being taken out there. But now with this P4 rotation coming through early, it does look like the side of Illuminati are going to be taken off the point here. Portugal, we can't discount them. They've got a little bit of momentum rolling into this P4 hill. That P3 site was perfect. But here comes a break. We're going to go ahead and jump in for a quick listen in with the side of Illuminati, see if they can close this one out and get it closer to victory. Or will the side of, you know, Portugal be able to make the comeback? Well, let's see how the comms sound for Illuminati as we got the chance to sound in with Portugal. It is Illuminati's opportunity.
Blue van.
Yeah, push next, it's one.
Blue one. On side.
I'm next.
Two more. Nice.
No, one more.
Go next. Come on. Good position, guys. We can lose.
Oh, one more connector.
Oh no. Seekers. Full connector.
One broken house.
No, broken house, one on side.
Two
Broken house.
connector, two connector, two connector. Nice.
Watch
Dead
broken
Danny,
house.
dead Danny.
Right side, right side, right side, one shot, nice.
Right side dead.
One more right side, one more right side.
Concourse. One more. Nice.
One more on side.
Broken. No, one broken house. Come on, guys.
I put that guy.
Broken house, they're pushing next.
Yeah,
Go next.
go next.
I'll stay.
One on next dead.
Dead. Push to.
I'm with you, I'm with you.
One
I'm
more,
with you.
one is holding the spawns.
Yeah.
Yeah, one.
All right, P1 reset. Second time around, third time around. Actually, we've been through these Ps quite a bit already. Third reset coming through now, or second reset, third time around. And I gotta say, a little frustrating. You know, you get a bit of a lead going in that P3 hill. You give it a lot of that back to Portugal, but a little bit more stability rolling here into this P2, P1 reset. And now it is an opportunity for them to close it out. It is about 25 seconds left for them to do so. And Illuminati, even after giving up a little bit of time there on that P3 hillside, have turned things around on that P1 and P2 reset. And Gil, I gotta say, the comms, pretty decent. A little rocky at first, but towards the, middle and end, a lot more stability.
What it's clear to me is that when Portugal's on, they finally were able to come back. But the problem is that you're so far behind, even a few seconds can make a difference now as it comes down to the side of Illuminati. Only a few points away from victory. The retake continues in favor of Toby. Gonna be taken down. The next one is Greasy. Takes the kill. Takes the seconds needed. Only 2 more on the go. They're gonna be able to stop him. Not for long enough, though. That is going to be a victory in favor of Illuminati, but Portugal did an outstanding job. And specifically, I want to point out the 50+ bomb for Calabus over there. I don't know if you noticed that, but at some point he had like a 7 or 8 kill streak with a weapon itself, and he was just rolling over the side of Illuminati. That truly was part of the huge impact that allowed the side of Portugal to come back from it. But like I said, at the end of the day, if you're losing by 100, if you get 2 points in a row, getting yourself 80, you're still going to be losing. And, well, the side of Illuminati capitalized on those said things. And like you mentioned, on the 3rd point reset, they got the anchor players that they needed, and they end up with a dub.
No, you're absolutely right, man. There's just a ridiculous effort there from Calabuso. 55-30. I think that's a regular season record. Estha currently holds in NA. Obviously, he dropped 54 with a Fennec a few seasons back when Fennec was golden. Right now, we're seeing some pretty big carries coming through, and I'm starting to scratch my head. Where was the rest of the relief? Where was the rest of, the team? Pedro, I get it. You have 18 and 34 games, right? But where was the objective? Obviously, if you're dying more times than you're, getting kills, it's kind of hard to be on the point. Maybe you're not getting there in position properly. Maybe you're not pairing up. Like, I think they need a buddy system in scenarios like this. If you're not successfully getting transitions over to the hill where you can sustain your life, there's a problem. There needs to be a little bit more communication there. On the flip side of things, Illuminati almost give it up. I got to say, I wasn't very impressed with their performance. Granted, they collected themselves and turned things around on that P1 reset going into the P2 hill. They only needed just a little bit of time. And you saw it, that last second coming through when the timer hit 0. It was just enough for the side of Illuminati to close things out. But that was too close to call. And in any regards there, not the best game that we've seen from them. Nonetheless, the dub's a dub. Can't really complain about that. Now we're going to be moving on to a Search and Destroy where, anything could happen. I think Illuminati have proven that they can be like a stout Search and Destroy team. And I don't think I've seen enough from Portugal to say that they're going to be able to extend this series to a Game 3.
I want to say that I saw a comment over in chat saying that Calabuso was just going for kills like this was team deathmatch. If you take a look at the team, he was one of the ones that got the most time inside of the kill. So put on some respect, come on. See, he was not only going for the kills.
He had a
was
minute
also
plus on the
getting some
hill.
OBJ time. So sorry, say that again.
He had a minute plus on the hill. You can't really say
like,
dude's playing
come
team
on now.
deathmatch when he's got like I've seen Jez in NA rack up, you know, similar
No
stats,
seconds.
but then also put up 0 to 7 seconds in anywhere between those two. So I mean, I don't know what else more you need.
Yeah. So mad props to Calabuso. Unfortunately, well, that was not enough for the side of Portugal. We will be now getting ready for the next one verdict. That would be search and destroy on raid, and I'm not too sure about this one either. I feel like they definitely needed that victory on Hardpoint, but as we now move on to S&D, it's gonna be even, at least from what I've seen, is gonna be even harder for them to try to take us into a third map now.
Third map is certainly, you know, going to be desperately needed here for Portugal. I got to say, their debut in Mobile Mayhem, they make it through qualifiers. They did pretty damn good job considering two of their players at the very bottom were double negative. Like, anytime you've got someone who's dropping 55 kills and you lose, there's a problem, though, and they need to address that. There's Pedro, who made it through with this team in qualifiers. I don't know who Twerks is. I don't know if this is a roster change prior to the season starting. I don't know if he played in qualifiers. I never saw him, but that's obviously a factor too. So if you've got a new addition or someone who hasn't, you know, gone through, you know, everything with you to get here, there could be a little bit of a disconnect when it comes to that regard. But anytime that you're, you know, under 30 seconds in the objective and you're double negative, there's a problem, and it needs to be addressed. It needs to be fixed ASAP. Like, there's no way that you're going to be winning against, you know, Illuminati. And you know, with up the most respect to Illuminati, they're not the best team in EU. They're getting to be a top tier team, but a better team would have just absolutely destroyed them.
Yeah, although they have significantly increased their level from the past, it's still not peak quite yet, in my opinion, either. But well, you gotta work your way there, and well, one game at a time. You gotta get better for now. Verdict, we got ourselves a game. We mentioned search and destroy on raid. I'm looking at the bomb carrier right now. That's gotta be Bison. Bison holding the Fennec. Everybody gonna be pushing through money. It seems like they want to be aggressive, although Bison has the bomb. He's like, you know what? I just want to get a kill here and there if possible. Gonna be waiting. He knows that there might be someone over there at the kitchen. Bison, one step at a time. You can hear someone roaming around. I think that was Calabuso. He had no clue that Bison was here. Gonna be spotted, and I gotta question a little bit of the aim from Bison, but the kill still gonna come through in favor of Illuminati. Right away, finding 3 kills for them, leading to a 5v2. Pedro alongside with Torres are going to be left alone. Torres holding the back from his ally, but not going to be an easy battle. The bomb is going to be planted, and 40 seconds on the clock. The push is going to be dealt by Portugal, but they have lost one player. Torres gets to finally answer back, but the snipe too hot by Boot. Not missing those shots. Slide peek to perfection. Eliminating the last player for Portugal, and I don't know, the way that Calabuso died was questionable, but at the same time, not too sure what happened with Bison in that aim, you know?
Yo, I didn't even recognize that Boot was in the lobby. Bro is your returning MVP of the split last season, as well as the rookie of the split. Starricker, homie, what happened there? Nade shot, unfortunate. Bites the bullet to his own demise. I don't know how that happens, but nonetheless, it's a 4v5. Maybe they're trying to make things even. Obviously, first round was pretty convincing for the side of Illuminati, and Portugal is just trying to get their feet under them. It took them a while to do so in the hardpoint after things started rolling, but looks like they might be able to do it here in this second round of the search now as Adair does find second blood. Baby Shark continuing his rampage here is going to be able to find one, but drops Pedro. It's a 4v1 Boot. Let's see what those MVP and Rookie of the Splits, you know, awards have to show for us. You got 2 kills on board. Can you find 4 more for an ace.
Pretty opposite way of playing the that was a bit of a sandwich. Couldn't do too much about that with a sniper, huh?
Done like a sandwich in kitchen, right?
Absolutely. Perfect perfect place to come up with a strategy like that, absolutely. But kind of weird, right? The way that these 2 rounds unfolded were pretty different to one another. Once again, we're gonna see the push through poolside from Illuminati, throwing the smokes. Now this time it seems like they are more focused on planting the bomb more than anything. The defense there is gonna come out from Portugal. They do get 1 kill. Getting a kill is not gonna be enough. Both Torres and Baby Shark have been taken down. The little baby couldn't do too much in this situation. Stark is gonna take advantage of this, and he's gonna be planting the bomb. Riata gets the answer back, but gets taken down by Tovi. 1v3, 40 seconds on the clock, and verdict. These rounds have been so different from one another when it comes down to heavily in favor of Illuminati and heavily in favor of Portugal.
No, heavily in favor right there. That was, I mean, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Adair did get the kill there on Gracie, but Gracie damn near turned on him, and he was already half health, and he pulled the pistol out. Bro literally almost dumpstered him with a pistol, half health. I don't know how that happens. Nonetheless, 2-1 now as we're going to switch it up here for another B-side push. And we can see there's 1 player to deal with directly on the site. 1 up top, that's Torres. Torres is going to get some shots, but he's going to have to rotate back. Homie, never turn your back to your opponents. Gracie, oh my god, just demon time. He's 6 kills deep, Gil. They've got the bomb planted. Illuminati, they're looking to seal the deal. And with Baby Shark rounding the corner in kitchens, finds something with too much spice. Certainly not the best case scenario here for Portugal, but we are looking at Illuminati finally getting, you know, the aggression in, and I'm kind of digging it.
It almost feels like he was only a bump on the road as they are continuing to roll over the side of Portugal. Illuminati have done an amazing job so far. 3-1 lead. Looking for more. I'm looking at Toby now with his M13 trying to push through the middle of the map. Looking at the kitchen, potential enemies to kill there specifically is Calabuso. I'm gonna be dropping a nade. I'm not too sure if there's a trophy inside, but if there's not, Calabuso has to be cautious about it. Seems like he didn't take too much damage. So we're still waiting, holding his ground, taking out the katana. Ooh, verdict. We've seen that in the past, and well, we know how doable that is.
Uh-oh. There we go.
No.
Well, Calabuso makes him pay there, catches him lacking right there in the door frame. Obviously, he tried to swap, didn't do it quick enough. Pedro does find one in the back starter. Gonna be able to find one, though, but it's the good old-fashioned 2 or 3 for 1s coming through. And Illuminati, back and forth we've gone, and they've taken the pattern and changed it up last round. They've got 2 players left. The 2v4 clutch is a certainty. Oh, my. Well, it was a 2v4. Now it's a 2v2. And Baby Shark and Torx, they have no room for error. They get those last 2 kills. We're going to flip sides with a 3-2 lead. Still in favor of Illuminati. But I think Portugal, just taking back to qualifiers, I don't think they won a single search and destroy convincingly. They're kind of holding their own weight against Illuminati, and I'm semi-impressed so far.
Let's see what they do now as they have to carry this bomb through the smoke. Baby Shark going into the basketball court, gets a kill onto Greasy. Snail not feeling safe, seems like he's still looking left to right. He feels like there's someone over there at the staircase. Another kill for Pedro, but then he gets spotted by the none other than I don't know who got that kill, but the one gonna be planted. 40 seconds on the clock. 3 versus 3. Bison without Fennec getting yet another kill. Bison so far with 6 kills onto the board. Torres gonna be taken down. The only player is Baby Shark trying to defend the bomb, but there's 3 players there. Not much you can do. Verdict. Bison gonna end up with his suffering, and as such, another point in favor of Illuminati. Yeah, maybe Portugal are trying to fight back wherever they can, but it's not enough. So far, they've lost in a couple of rounds that I feel like it just could have been a different outcome if they had played their lives slightly better. And so far, that's really, really biting them in the neck.
It is indeed. Now, 3 players actually half healthier on this transition through poolside. Pedro, so the Smokes is going to be able to find one through mid. Now we're going to see the push again. It's an A-side rotation Illuminati up 4-2. They are inching their way to a 2-0 victory here in the opening day of Mobile Mayhem right here. They're kind of handling business. Adair, half health, is going to be able to make it up to the sniper perch, but the bomb's going to drop. Boot's going to be able to get the return. It's 1-for-1s now. It's a minute 20 on the clock. Push through Money Room has left one player in the corner. Oh, Calabuso, the call-outs, the slide peek, on point, Boot. That's the reason why you were the MVP and the Rookie of the Split, homie. You're cracked. You're the friendship in him. You're the best of the best. You got 5 on board. Absolutely love you, homie. Huge shout out. Make sure you post us on Twitter. That's right. Torque's going to be the last player alive. It's been a collective effort, MVP or not. This Illuminati team has been on the rise for the past season or two and are certainly a better search or destroy team than most. Now is they've got one player left to deal with. Torques with 3 kills on board does find one, but Bison, homie, where's the call out? Where is Illuminati? The head glitch here is going to be your friend, but you're not going to be able to hold it for too much longer. The bomb is going to be collected. Now we've got a 30-second timer, and it's a race against the clock or a team deathmatch. What's going to happen first?
Tarek still not sure as to where the enemy is at. Had some sort of clue, but not really. Now going through doubles, trying to check if there's someone at the pool. But surprise, surprise, the bomb is down, and that is going to be planted over at V. 40 seconds on the clock for start to try to come up with a plan. Still going to be a 1v1, so it's doable for both of them. It's going to come down to how they approach this situation so far. They're going to be on opposite ends of the spectrum. Torres over here at Laundry. Well, the Star is gonna be coming down out of red now, trying to go for the bomb plant there. Finds the enemy, but gets taken down. Torres, he took a lot of damage, but that slide at the end was that was the thing that he needed.
Yeah, I mean, the slide out of cover where you're half health, that's always the best play. No, it's not, but it panned out. Doesn't matter how you get there, right? Look, you got the heady on point. You push out, your opponent's like, well, hot damn, I can't do anything about that. Sure enough, the clutch comes through, and the side of Portugal, they're looking pretty solid. They're keeping, composure. Right now, the composure is going to be all lost. So Pedro's in a 1v4. Baby Shark's the only player who's gotten a kill, but he has sadly fallen to his demise in this round. Even though it's 3-4, Illuminati are just not letting off the gas pedal. That's going to be Boot coming through with the last. And that round ended literally before it even started. I think this was like a 20-second round. And on a big map like Raid, obviously, Illuminati read Portugal like a book. They felt the presence there at the B site. They shut it down. And now they're on match point. It is going to be the 9th round to determine if Portugal are going to be able to extend this search or destroy. But after the bat, you can see it, the aggression. It is 100% on point. Everyone is mid or further in for Illuminati right now.
They're trying to suffocate them at this point. Torres gets the answer back with a kill. Now Pedro may find someone else. Takes the quick scope onto Greasy. It seems like although last round it was really in favor of Illuminati the way they ended up being aggressive, but this time they've lost 2 players, and now it is going to be Starik the one to find not 1, not 2, but 4 players in front of him through the smoke. He didn't really realize that they were there. Gonna be shooting at them. Takes kill number 1, goes for kill number 2. Gonna get taken down. This is a 4v2. The bomb is gonna be planted, and Verdict, I gotta tell you about Pedro. He could surprise 1 or 2 enemies here. Finds the first one, takes a hit marker onto the enemy. Pistol out, but Boot gonna finish him off. That could have been a really key kill for the side of Portugal, but that's not gonna be the case. Boot still alive alongside with Bison. You think it's gonna be doable though?
It's certainly doable. There's 25 seconds on the clock. You've already done the hard work. You picked off 3 players almost instantly. Right now, the defense is just, oh my, Baby Shark gets taken off the head glitch. 11 kills on board for your return in MVP. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This search and destroy is over. 6-3, the 2v4 clutch. Boot and Bison, easy. Easy dubs. They pick it up. They don't even have a single scratch from it. My goodness, Baby Shark. What was that, homie? The head glitch just absolutely domed. And that is a 2-0 in favor of Illuminati as they're going to be moving on, earning those 20 points in Portugal. Gotta say, it was a very solid effort. Hardpoint, I want to say it was great, but it wasn't. It was a great way to start the season. Obviously, you didn't win, but you put up some decent numbers. Now, the ones at the bottom of the board, there's, got to be a little bit of communication about what's going on there. The Search and Destroy, you're going up against Illuminati, and they're known to be pretty, stout in Search. They hold their own. They stack up against the best of the best. And right now, we're looking at a 2-0 at Illuminati. GG's. Well played. We'll see them back Tuesday. That is going to conclude that series. And Gil, after series thoughts. Any words for Portugal? Any words for Illuminati?
Well, for Portugal, I think there's definitely a lack of how they are playing their objectives on Hardpoint. Like you mentioned, the fact that there was players going double negative and not even getting more than 15 seconds inside of the hill. That's something that they truly need to work on the opposite end. Illuminati, maybe not the best performance out there, but we got some good play at the end there from both Boot and Bison. 4-2 ain't no problem for them, and good way to clutch, but like you mentioned, they may be getting better, but there's still a long road to go if they want to be on top. They've already made the first one work. 2-0, getting 20 points on their first match. That should be a bit of a boost confidence for them.
Absolutely. Now, as they are going to be at the top of the leaderboard as of now, as I'm taking a look at the results of the day, guess what? We've got a second series coming up right ahead of us. That's right. Illuminati, they take the 2-0 win over Portugal. Solid performance in day one. Obviously, qualifiers is a different story than regular season. Regular season, you're going to play against the best of the best in the EU. These teams that were invited, they weren't invited for, just any reason. They were invited because they've been, proven successful in high-tier tournaments. Illuminati coming through and stealing our hearts last season. Now they steal my heart too, bro. Huge shout out to Boo, bro. Huge fan, homie. The friendship in him, just, I don't know who does it better. But we're going to find out who does it better here in the second series. Qlash, another qualifying team, going to be going up against another invited team. That's going to be FN420. That is going to be our second series of the day. That's going to take us to our first break. So before we come back, we are going to hear a word from COD Mobile. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have plenty of more action. 3 more series that are going to be action-packed to call it a day. So we'll be back after this. Shouldn't be more than 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops. You already know how it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, baby. That was dope. No lie.
Alrighty, second series sure to come here. There's going to be Qlash and FN420 squaring off in a best of 3. And we got to apologize. There's a little bit of a delay due to one player not having the ability to load into the game for whatever reason. Nonetheless, we do have the 5v5. Didn't look like, we were going to be, in a 4v5 scenario. Was certainly an option as time was about to expire. But Gil, we've got our second series. It looks like it's ready to rock and roll. And I got to say, really see how Qlash steps up against this FN420 squad. So they've been able to make it through the qualifiers, but can they handle the grit in which is FN420? Now, I got to say FN420 haven't 100% convinced me that they're, a top contending team like they used to be, but you can never really overlook this squad with this kind of talent, right?
Yeah, they got to make sure that they don't get too comfortable in this kind of a game. And like you mentioned, Qlash getting through qualifiers may have not been the first, but he surely was the second place out of everybody who tried to get themselves in this season. So, well, 420 in front of them. Qlash trying to make a statement as they are back again here for Mobile Mayhem. And I think we can talk a little bit about the map rotation.
Yeah, it does look like, excuse me, because I got a small fine print. I had to enlarge OBS just so I can see the letterings, but it does look like we're going to start off with a Hardpoint Summit, followed by a Search and Destroy on Crossfire. And in the very bottom right-hand corner of that map selection, it does look like we're going to be heading over to Hackney Yard for Game 3, if it does make it that far for Hardpoint for the second time around. The operators, obviously there's no bans on weapons right now, so the operators are being selected by the players. Firing range off the table and takeoff off the table. And Gil, I think this matchup starts off great and ends pretty well. Even though we don't have domination as a map 3 selection, obviously it's no longer on the table for viability as far as playing it goes until controls being added with spectator slots. We're kind of left in a little bit of a limbo here.
Yeah, last game we had the possibility of a third game of Hardpoint. On this one is going to be the same scenario: Hardpoint S&D and Hardpoint potentially on the third map. So for starters, this game over on Summit with the side of 420 on the red side. Well, let's see how they try to go along with this game. Of course, on Summit there's quite a few rotations that it can be really respawn dependent, and I'm intrigued to see how both teams will be able to go along with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think, yeah, we're gonna be starting now with the game, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, never mind. Balance, come on, Balance.
Yeah, come on, dog. Come on. I'm checking Discord too. It seems admins are pretty dead set that FN420 are clueless when it comes to the rule set. So we'll see if we get a DQ off the rip or not. Nonetheless, we did see one player bounce out of the lobby. I don't know what that is. Are they going to be 4v5ing?
Yeah.
Well, they might be. One player might be resetting. I don't 100% know what the case is there.
Hopefully, it's not gonna take too long. It seems like his game crashed, and well, should be opening the game back up in the next few seconds. But after that, we should be starting with the game, like we mentioned, a Hardpoint on Summit. And I don't know how would you say the fact that there's no longer weapon bans affecting the way that teams approach these kind of games?
I think it makes for not necessarily boring gameplay, but everyone spamming whatever the meta is. Like in match number 1, we saw what? Kilos and CBRs. I mean, it was just, it was one or the other on that Hardpoint. On the Search and Destroy, we got a little bit of Type 25 action. Of course, you got your snipers, but I think it's going to make for very just limited options for choice. You're either going to be running the Kilo or the CBR, or you're going to be pretty much getting murked. I think the gun bans made it a little more interesting as far as, making something creative as far as building a secondary class that you don't, normally used to using. The Bison, the Finnick. I think we did see a Finnick earlier, but, I think it makes for just overall 2 guns to be used and spammed all throughout this series. Right now, we're going to be on board with some CBR action, I'm assuming now as Balance has got the prize fighters out. He spawned in here. Nope, that's going to be the Kilo Zed. Going to be able to get the trade there. P1 out in the open here. Bottom control. And already Qlash starting it off with a little bit of solid gameplay.
Yeah, good initial push by them now. Side is going to be spotted, going to be surprised as they push from an angle that I don't think the side of Qlash were expecting whatsoever. Really good strategy coming down from 420, making sure that, well, they are as unexpected as they can be and taking advantage of that. Now Marky inside of the hill going to be finding his kill number 3 so far on a bit of a spree, you know, 3 in a row, and I say that. He gets blasted by Gone. Has then gets a double kill. The retake going on in favor of Qlash. Back and forward for the time being between these two teams. And I gotta say, it's although it's only P1, it's looking sort of neck to neck for the time being.
Oh, it's neck to neck indeed. Now this is about as close as it's going to be now as we're rolling over to a P2 site. It's going to be out in the open. It's going to be wide open. As a matter of fact, Catwalk is probably one of the most lethal points here on this map, and I'd be surprised if either team gets, you know, a fair share of the, you know, or a lopsided point. As I say that, we do see the initial advantage be held. There's 3 players on point there for the side of FN420, but the break comes through. It's going to be, you know, primarily whoever's winning their gunfights in the open and who's able to keep reserves inside the bottom side of this, and maybe a little bit of top control being a factor. Oh my god, the plethora of lethals and just concussions, and does it amount to anything though, because Storm, he has weathered it. He picks up 3, and that is just a beast of a feed. He is not done yet. That is going to be the 8th feed indeed. And take a look at it. He is streaked up, homie.
He just did an outstanding play, going for more.
Wow.
Oh my, Verdict. He took an SKS from Slayer to finally take him down, but that 9 spree was just so nasty. Like you mentioned, all the score tricks will be available, and this, as they try to get control over the respawns, I think this could be a potential 60 points if they can go along with it. In here with the Pred Missile, gonna find a kill onto Marky, now defending inside of the hill. There's people pushing through the side of snow, getting a kill now. Storm finds the knock onto Fanes. The push now gonna be going through main. Not gonna be causing too much damage, and I think most of what's going on right now was pretty much caused by Storm.
No, it was 100% Storm. I mean, bro came in like a hurricane, picked up 8 back to back to back to back. He got so many nades and concussions thrown at him on that catwalk area. I was like, man, this guy's about to bite the dust. Wrong. Bro woke up and chose the Kilo and Violence all at the same time. The break does come through now as FN420 found themselves in a bit of a deficit. And you could thank Storm if you're the side of Qlash, because bro single-handedly held that P2 site and got you set up proper for new. Bad thing is, spawns do get reversed, and it does look that a little bit of trickle time is going to come through. Balance looking to fend off the push now as 3 seconds left. P4 right around the corner. I'm thinking a little bit of a listen in now as we're going to go ahead and get buckled up. The advantage is going to be held in favor of FN420. We'll see how the comms sound to go along with it now as we're going to go ahead and get into our first listen in with FN420.
Guys, I have a
Container.
Nice. Good job.
Watch your snow. Yeah.
Oh, see them. They go for spawn. Yeah, I'm dead.
Right side.
I'm gonna get lane.
Yeah.
They push spawn.
Watch out, they're pushing now.
One shot heal.
Try getting hill. Where I'm behind you. You can push up. Catwalk there. One catwalk. One snow. Well, one pushing snow for next. Where the fuck is next? P1. Okay. Understood. Get computer. Yeah, they're holding to. They're gonna come bomb. One see them. Come top us. I'm sure. What's from Slayer? Top dead.
Watch. Snow two. They pushing. Computers.
Snow dead.
One more.
Don't push on top. He's in the corner. He's at the door. You're gonna come. Go hill, Marky. Go hill. One behind us, top.
See them.
He's pushing top window.
Con.
Yeah,
One more
top.
He jumping. Nice.
Stay. Ah, man, he's still alive, man.
Cage.
One guy top. You need to get him top. You need to kill him, Marky.
Top dead.
Nice.
One stairs.
One stairs.
One's on
One.
side. Two guys side. One more.
Nice.
One stop
Come
there.
on, come. Connect. Slow.
Computers.
Run, yeah, run
Computers.
computer. Nice.
All right, comm checks on point there. The side of FN420 regain composure. They don't hold that P4 for, the remainder of the time, but they do get their fair share, and now they're looking for this P2 rotation as P1 has come to a dwindle. First reset in. It's a neck-and-neck game still, Gil, as I'm looking at it. It is literally 14 points that separate the two, but this is where Storm popped off earlier, so I'm kind of, crossing my fingers to see if we get another nasty feed in his favor, and he has certainly put a dent in this FN420 roster that I don't know if, the streaks paid off perfectly. I know it got the break there on a P4 site, but is he going to be able to get maximization on this cluster? Looks like he might be able to.
So the cluster strike is gonna cause some good points in favor of Qlash as they get inside. Gone with the Purifier yet again, gonna be stunned. Those stuns are so crucial. The 420 doesn't matter too much. Gone, going all in, finds himself in a 1v3, takes them all out. He himself bites the dust, but the damage is already done, and the side of Qlash yet again will be with the advantage. Now trying to defend themselves as Beery gonna be pushing inside. 10 seconds left, but at the same time that they got the last seconds of scrap time for 420, it seems like the rotations are gonna be done in an earlier way than it happened before they realized that it was a mistake allowing the side of Qlash to go there so easily. Now Balance gonna find himself with a double and a triple kill with the Purifier. These Purifiers, man, I'm telling you, I feel like for the longest time it's been like an overlooked kind of operator, but the amount of damage you do with it is so strong, so much area that can be covered with it, and even more so on a hardpoint. And well, both teams are taking the most off of it, but this time around it is gonna end up bouncing back into the field of 420. It's just like a bouncing game in between the two.
No, it is a bounce, and it's also a balancing game now, as Qlash have not gotten the break here on this P3 rotation. Finally do get their foot on the hill, but they're shut down. They're setting up for new. We're going to go ahead and get ready for a second listen in. This time around, it's going to be with Qlash. They're setting up for a P4 rotation. Got to be a solid hold now as they found themselves in a bit of a pickle. It's about a 40-point deficit. Can they turn it around on this P4 rotation? We're going to go ahead and jump in and see how it sounds.
One should stairs. Smoke spawns.
Feel alive, don't die.
Oh my god.
Wanna see them.
I spawned out.
Let me spawn in.
Score streaks.
Watch out. Top on the left corner. He's in the left corner.
You gotta smoke deep. We have
I spawn inside. One on spawns.
One top dead.
I spawns no.
One is fork.
Okay, go and play your life. I'm chopping you.
Nice. That's three dead.
Nice. Push you. Only fence in hell.
Spawn. Left five. Back spawn.
Nice.
One's in red, guys.
Fuck with that.
Inside. Only one side.
One side.
One red, two red. On top dead.
Let's go. Push next. Fuck it. Next, boys. Next. They gotta spawn green now.
Yeah, guys, they're spawning green.
One is old.
One con dead.
Watch stairs.
One on stairs.
Two
meters.
Wait. What's...
I gotta say, FN420, those streaks come in, baby. It is so hard to dodge a Predator. I literally got on board with someone who literally had a Predator right in his face. I saw it coming through. I was like, this is the last player alive. And sure enough, you could see the missile coming through. And that is going to be it, 250 to 150. The missiles have been shot. FN420, a little bit of a rocky start, a little bit of a back and forth affair. They get their feet under them and have never looked better on that end game result. P3, P4, big dubs coming through for them. Might have been close, homie, but it was never close after those rotations. And FN420 do come through with the high energy and the first win of this series. Qlash, I don't know what happened, bro. I think the streaks just overpowered you. I think you had a plethora of them off the rip, but Storm, not able to get a lot of maximum value out of his. or went ahead and burned him early, and I don't think he really got anything after that going.
Yeah, with the fact that Storm didn't get too much value off of them, but I don't think this is coming down to the side of Qlash. I feel like that wombo combo from 420 into the third and fourth heal, it was just so deadly. If you think about the fact that they were close, like you mentioned, throughout the majority of the game, but the end game from F20 was too hard to handle. The way that they approached those rotations was immaculate, and on top of that, just allowing themselves to get those streaks, allowing to get those operators, and taking the maximum value of each one of those. It was too much of a struggle for Qlash to roll on with it. But verdict.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. I just read Discord. Guys, forget anything and everything that we just saw and said. Obviously,
happened.
it was a great game. FN420 do DQ because I don't know what homie used Skulker, but bro, bruh, it is banned. Okay, Skulker was used, and FN420 are going to be down in the series now. So Qlash, even though they get outplayed in that hardpoint, doesn't matter. Game's over before it even gets a chance to progress. So I'm glad I didn't check Discord, because I hate commentating on a game and then just to look at Discord midway through and be like, oh, well, this is really not for any reason because, you know, someone DQ'd. Like, I'd rather not know until we get to the point of, you know, outside of the game and are able to recap. And then after the recap, there we go. Lo and behold, FN420, big F's in chat. Go ahead and put it up there. I think someone came through from FN420. I think it was Balance said, we went ahead and DQ'd for Skulker. So, Balance, homie, get your team in line, homie. Come on. You did an OP job of IGLing, but you know, something that needs to come along with that IGL is making sure that everyone's on point for pre-game loadouts. Like, there's not a doubt in the world that you've got, you know, one player who is using a band operator. That really falls back on whoever's running the ship in the captain department. I mean, individually, you can blame that person, but let's be real. Someone's got to check that.
Doing like a quick recap on, okay, who's got what? What are you using? And, it's only going to take you a few seconds if each one of them just says, oh, I'm using this, I'm using that, and call it about a day. But, yeah, pretty unfortunate, man. It was a great game. Like we mentioned, that ending from 420 was spectacular, but mistakes were made. Mistakes were made, and you got to pay the price for it. So, first dub going automatically in favor of the side of Qlash. That's gonna be I don't know. I don't know what to say for the side of 420. You know, knowing that you could have gotten the victory right off the bat, and then at the end of the day, not truly getting it. You cannot feel that nice.
Yeah, and just to recap, everyone, I know there's a lot of uncertainty on what's banned and what's not banned. I know the rules update and announcements are made. Everyone's, you know, all on the same page as far as Discord notifications. But if you take a look at the perks that are banned, Akimbo, 100 mag kilo persistence. Thank God. Imagine persistence in competitive play still.
That would be too much.
Yeah. Restock, Marty Dom, quick fix, fast recovery, wounding, disable, tracker, alert, hardline, tactician. You're limited to 2 max, I think it is. Yeah, it is. 2 max for fast recovery as well too. But Skulker is certainly on that list. And obviously, Skulker was used, and that's going to be a 1-0 lead in favor of the side of Qlash. So, you know, Qualifiers team coming through with a little bit of heartbreak in, you know, some of these tier 1 teams who got invited. Well, of course, you're going to get a free win when your opponents basically hand-wrap the game for you and hand it to you on a silver platter. Okay? I don't think there's any other way to say it. Catheria came through with a massive raid too, bro. I did not miss that. We have just been caught up on banter. But big dubs coming through from you guys. Looking forward to seeing you, you know, Animus and 117 square off in our 4th and highlight matchup of the day.
And by the way, I saw in chat that, well, it seems like it's Ragog's girlfriend's birthday, so happy birthday to her.
Yeah, happy birthday. Tell your girl we said happy birthday, Ragox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But alright, verdict.
That was such a random comment, Ragox, but we appreciate it.
I mean, yeah, I saw it. I was like, yeah, why not? Let's bring in
Yeah.
a little bit of a shout out.
I mean, when we're giving birthday shout outs, you shout out to Little B who had a birthday this past week. He might be a bot, but I'm pretty sure he's of age now. So
he still deserves a happy birthday.
He still deserves. Well, he kind of deserves a happy birthday. It's much later than I wanted to do it on on live, but I believe it was like 2 days ago, and I guess better late than never, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are flipping sides. We're getting into the search and destroy on Crossfire. And some comments I made about Qlash here recently, you can almost expect that this is going to be an uphill battle for them. They have not shown any kind of progress or promise in search and destroy, so their chances at points here are probably going to be for another DQ or what's the word I'm looking for? Just a better. Maybe they progressed in the past 2 days. Maybe in the past week they've gotten better in search or destroy. But if it's anything like I've seen in the past 2 weeks, it's not going to be a good time for them. As a matter of fact, it's a Crossfire map that is just absolutely huge. Maybe they come through with a wild card factor that the sniper talent's don't point for Qlash. But from what I've seen recently, they are struggling in search or destroy in particular, and I'm not holding my breath for a 2-0 here, unless again we do see another DQ, which is almost unlikely. I mean, with a name like FN420,
it could happen. It could happen.
I mean, tell me you're a troll without telling me you're a troll. I play for FN420. Much love, much love, guys. Huge fans.
Yeah. Nothing personal. Mistakes were made, but it happens. We've all been there. I've been there, of course. I can be. My memory verdict, I can assure you my memory is the worst. I gotta be constantly reading stuff or else I will forget. So I know what it's like to be DQ'd out of something because you use something you shouldn't have. But alright, S&D, game number 2. Qlash, because of that DQ, got victory number 1. And I think we should take a look once again onto the side of Qlash. Specifically, we can go with Zed, who I think arguably had quite an alright game on the previous one. Now gonna be sniping with the Locust. Decided not to opt with that DLQ fashion sniper. And, well, it is going to be the Locust. So far, first blood is gonna be for Balance. Balance eliminating Blends. Now Zed wants to take revenge, but missed the first shot, but doesn't miss the second. Evening numbers out, 1 for each, but in the meantime, the bomb is already gonna be down. The one that's closest to trying to eventually defuse the bomb is gonna be Balance. Balance in the middle of the map, gonna be holding this CVR, trying to be aggressive, finds a player there. Now that he's got the intel, tries to push, tries to be aggressive, does a lot of damage, but it doesn't matter. 2 of his allies have been taken down, only 1 for a retake. 11 seconds on the clock, the timer's too low, Balance is left alone. And it is gonna be Zed to nail the last one into that coffin. First round, going in favor of Qlash. And I feel like that was heavily because of how quick they were to plant that bomb verdict.
Yes, thank you for pointing that out. The name of the game here on Crossfire, get across the street, plant the bomb. Do it as quickly as possible. It doesn't matter if you get one player dropped off the rip. Get that bomb down, it's game-changing. In Qualifiers, I think we had a 100% success rate once that bomb went down. We're not in Qualifiers again, but the results, very similar. You see it. You get that bus station, location already in your favor. You take control of that. You get that bomb plant down. It is basically all over from there. It's all about covering angles and not overextending. And when you got 4 players left alive, of course, you don't really need much to do other than just sit inside the bus station. Zed doing a great job of picking up those first bloods, but Marky there to quickly trade. Zed takes down Slayer. That's going to be a nasty 2-piece. The 2-for-1s are coming through with 1:15 on the clock. Plenty of time to make this bomb go down, but you've already seen it. The first person to try it, Blends, he drops the bomb and gets taken down. So it's a 3v4. The bomb's not down as of yet, and plenty of time to play with. We'll see if the side of FN420 can keep that bomb from being planted, or if we'll see the side of Qlash be able to muster up a little bit of strength, get it down there, maybe a smoke or 2 or some trophies. I don't know what you got to do. Just get it done. We'll see if it pans out now. As time is surely coming to a dwindle. It's about 45 seconds left.
Zed gets another kill. Zed gets the double onto Marky. He was trying to be sneaky, but didn't work out. Now Veer is the only player alive for the side of 420. Finds that kill onto Zed. The bomb is gonna be planted, and Veer between the DLQ and the Holger gonna try to make it happen. As of right now, it seems like Hez is now on the job of trying to prevent him from rotating. He does hear the footsteps, gonna be going in for the kill, lands one shot through the wall, takes out the shotgun. I had no clue that Hez was playing with that shotty, but there's the first blood, and that's when they needed it. Another round in favor of Qlash, and that's the thing, right? Like you mentioned, if you find yourself in a way to be getting onto that bus station so early, maybe they ended up losing the bomb carrier, but eventually, with the kills combined with their positioning, taking the 2 rounds and looking for more. It's looking pretty nice, but I'm still surprised by that shotgun pick from Hez, if I'm being honest.
I'm not. Hez is notorious for using his shotguns. I think the KRM is a better choice in the HSO, which I normally see him use. The KRM has a little bit more of a hipfire, accuracy that's included with it. The HSO, you literally have the ADS in order to get that full spread. Right now, the first blood's going to be in favor of Gone. Zed slowly looking for these peaks from either Deli or outskirts, and that's going to be Slayer. Looking to contest, lines him up, knocks him down. Slayer stood still for 1 second. That's all the side of Zed needed. Balance coming through for the equalizer is not going to be able to get him. He does. Marky does combine for the second. Now Hez able to take down Balance. We've got a good old 2 for 3. Player advantage still in favor of Qlash. The bomb is down, however, and there's nobody right in the vicinity to collect it without maybe taking a little bit of shots from the crossfire. And certainly, you can see it. Feints, Marky, they're content with holding the middle building. 52 seconds on the clock. It's only a matter of time. Oh, Hez, yeah. God tier fling. Marky, oh my! Catches a blackened Storm, however, is going to get the bomb plant down. 200 IQ there. Even though you lose 1, you've got a 2v2. Time is a factor. You got to make that push across. And now it's going to be the 2v2 push retake coming through for FN420. Both players for Qlash, they're kind of content with holding the bus station.
And holding their ground, waiting 25 seconds. Gone has the ability to listen to them if they eventually start defusing. Now Marky taking damage, looks to the right, finds the kill. Kisawa gets taken down, tries to go for the double, but Gone is faster than that. Not even allowing him to scope in, finds that double with a CVR, sliding it to perfection. And getting yet another round in favor of Qlash and Verdict. They are trying to take the best out of every situation. The fact that they got the DQ could be situational, but they got it, and that's what matters. Now, game 2, they're trying their hardest to clutch it up in a 2-0 fashion. So far, they're sort of close to it, and I'm right now looking at Hez, who's already gotten onto enemy's territory, while at the same time, Storm could be the next one to find himself in a fight as well. But I would be taking a closer look onto Hez, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, Hez is certainly in a compromised spot. Might be able to maximize. Marky misses one shot. That is going to be it. Marky does catch Storm, though. So it's 2 for 1. So this time it's in favor of FN420. Balance does find another. And now it's compromised here. The bus station is preoccupied, but it's not Qlash who are primarily there. Balance finds 1. And now it's all on Zed. 1v3. The flawless attacking side so far, 3 rounds in a row, has led us to this point. Bomb is held hostage there in the bus station area, and this is going to be a miracle of a clutch here for Zed. Granted, he has 8 kills, certainly possible, but with where the bomb is at, it's not going to be a clear line of sight onto where his opponents are at. So, 200 IQ there for the side of FN420 of knowing where that bomb is, and doing a great job of adapting and making sure that that bomb doesn't go down. I think that strategy involved on the defense was a little bit better than what we've seen so far. Led him to a 3-1, so the results certainly show it. You play the positions where you prevent that bomb from going down, and then you push up after you get the kills. I mean, it's simple right there. The defense took them 3 rounds to figure it out. Nonetheless, they get the job done, and with the attack side being a little more lopsided with favor, might be in a good position for FN420.
Yeah, figuring out their strategy, taking a round, and with 1 more to go, trying to do the same. It's pretty doable for them, as they already got a player in this area that's balanced, and he doesn't know it yet, but he's got so many enemies in front of him. But trying to look left to right, it seems like now they opted not to be as aggressive on the side of Qlash, taking their time, trying to find a kill first. And I don't know how long this is gonna go, but finally Blends decides to hop in to the boss station. Still rolling around with this Kilo. He gotta be cautious though. Balance is still gonna be hiding there. Finds the kill onto Barry. Balance now trying to take revenge, but decided not to be aggressive. He knows that there may be more than one single enemy, and if he dies, that would be just so bad for the squad. He's gonna be waiting. He's playing it for the long run, trying to go out to reveal himself whenever it is absolutely needed. In here, Zed finds another kill. The bomb is being planted. Balance try to prevent that, but misses the shot. Blends, goes back up, takes that kill. Qlash are so close to finding yet another round after such a good answer last time from the side of 420. It seems like they adapted to the adaptation from 420, you know. Qlash are back into the mix, and they are most likely going to be winning this round as well.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, you see it. They handle the pests that are outside the point. Make great work of getting that bomb plant down immediately after, with only 18 seconds left to go. Fates, I don't know what that was. Maybe he's a little bit of disconnection. Maybe he's just waiting. Maybe he's just playing KD at this point. I don't know if that's 100% the case. Nonetheless, he's not going to have any time. Does cross the street. Doesn't look both ways. And right across, you have two lucky recipients of a free kill. We've got a 4-1, but now we're going to flip sides. And now it's on FM420 to turn things around. Qlash, make comments earlier. You guys really haven't shown that much progress in search. You handle business on the attack. I mean, just some great rounds. 4-1, you're going into a defense where you really just need to find one round of your own. And with Balance and Marky finding first, it doesn't look like it's going to be this one. Marky finds a second. Good night. Marky is on something today, guys. My guy is literally in the middle of the street straddling the burnt car right there. Oh!
Oh my, Marky, you were talking about it, weren't you?
Hot damn. The point blank, the no scope. Right in the head. Pow, right in the kisser.
Reflex on point. Not missing those, not even in the need of aiming. When you got someone that close to you, you just gotta press that trigger, take that shot, and get the kill. A perfect round in favor of the side of F20, or 20, sorry. Starting on the right track, being a super aggressive, and really paying out. Not really an answer from the side of Qlash as we begin their second round. Set through the wall, eliminating the highest threat. You were talking about a verdict. Marky doing a lot for the team, and best way for Qlash to win these rounds is to start with a kill like that. Now, I am looking at Zed, still doing these wall banks, and it seems like it worked once, maybe it can work twice. They are planting the bomb, trying to prevent that. There's going to be the push from Hez. Hez with a shotgun, misses the first one, but doesn't miss the second, goes for the double, takes the kill. The bomb is not going to be planted, and Hez taking so much value off of that shotgun.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said earlier, the hipfire spread a little better than the HSO, a lot better, but Zed is going to be captured like a Pikachu right there. The nade shot goes over. I choose you. Sure enough, gets that one, so it's a 3 for 3s, but the bomb's not down. The hard work has not been done. With Hez right here lurking, it's going to be damn near impossible for them to clear this bomb plant without dealing with him first. And you can see the rotations. They have already adapted. They're looking for the A-side push. And Storm, I don't know if he realizes it yet, but he's about to be bombarded by two players rotating right behind him. The sound's not going to be indicated, though. The bomb plant surely will, but by that time, the deed will be done. The nade's coming through. The throwable might have been heard. And there it goes. Storm's going to be repositioned. The bomb's going to go down. We got 45 seconds pushed up on the clock. And Feints looking to hold the push off from the bottom of the staircase. Storm, 2 kills deep, looking to get some shots through. It's not going to land one. Hez, are you going to be able to follow up with some decent Deagle and KRM action? Pressure's on. It's 28 seconds, Gil.
28 seconds, they're trying to make it happen. Slayer takes kill number 1. Hez is left alone. 20 seconds on the clock. Hez going and doing so many rolls around this building. He was just pretty much just going left or right, but not really taking much value off of each time that he was going around these corners. And I feel like, unfortunately for Storm, although he heard them planting those bombs, although he heard them throwing those nades, he didn't really have the right angle to answer back to said aggression from the enemies. And a really good idea coming from the side of F420. Like you mentioned, they've been adapting not only from round to round, but within the round itself. It's something that sometimes team can struggle with, but so far they've done a great job for a couple of rounds now. Now, the thing is, they are still going to be on bad terms when it comes down to the score 4-3, but they still got plenty more as the offensive side, and that's something that they can take advantage of. Balance is the one, yet again, carrying the bomb, and will be attempting to go through a bomb plant through the smoke. I'm sure that he will be confident enough to do so. Planting the bomb right now through the wall. He actually took a shot, I'm guessing, by Zed. Now, the push from Hez, the teamwork verdict. The teamwork is just perfect. Zed gets the hit marker. The callouts go for Hez. He takes the shots. Now Blend's getting another kill. Storm eliminating Feint. And out of nowhere, although it was almost a bomb plant, this turned out to be a 4v1 as Blend takes the kill onto Barry and leaves Slayer on his own now. With only 40 seconds to play with, I think this might be already a round yet again for Qlash, and one single round away closer to victory for them now.
Perfect coordination there. The bomb carrier gets the info, gets the smoke, anticipating the push. Hez right there on the corner, gets the call out from his teammate Zed. The hit marker falls through. All he needs to do is just hit one shot, and he does it. Prevents the bomb from being planted. However, now Slayer's still live here, left to pick up the pieces. Only 15 seconds. It's a TDM at this point because there's no way you're going to be able to collect this bomb. Hez looking to close the deal. Storm from the back, the flank, unanticipated. And we are on map point / match point for Qlash. And who would have thought in a day like this on the opening season games that one of the qualifier teams would be in a position to take down one of the invited teams. FN420 dropped the ball on the hard point with the Skulker usage and are possibly about to go down here in the Search and Destroy to a team who haven't really shown that much progress in Search up until now. And I'm starting to open my eyes. I'm starting to see the coordination. I'm starting to see the rotations. They're on point. The comms, certainly on point. Probably the best we've seen this Qlash team perform in Search in a very long time.
Right when they needed it the most now. They were trying to plant the bomb. Oh my god, did Blends get that kill with a nade?
He did, my friend.
The bomb? Where's the trophy?
There's concussions, there's smokes, there's no trophies here, homie. I don't know. Trophies don't exist here in this Search for FN420. That's a rip.
Mark, he takes that bomb, immediately starts planning it. 45 seconds on the clock, and let's see if Qlash can clutch it up in this round number 9. The tick-tack going lower and lower, but like you mentioned, plenty of smokes. Means that there's not going to be a trophy system to answer back. Slayer gets the shot onto Gun. Blends alongside with Stormer left alone. Blends trying to take that kill, but Marky, as per usual, doing his job right. Takes 1, takes 2 verdict. It's another clean round for Marky. And I'm intrigued to see how many kills he's gotten by this point. That's going to be double-digit numbers. The player with the most alongside with Zed, that's going to be 10 kills for Marky.
10 kills from Marky, the man, the myth, the legend. Man, showing up and showing out here in day 1. Certainly some big shots coming through. Slayer's going to get the wall bang. That's going to be Zed dropping the top frag. Nothing in return is Hez now going to be forced back. You can see it. He's going to be making that rotation backside. There's nobody really going to be there to hold this bomb plant from coming through. They're going to be praying for some kind of nade, something to come through on the back end. Maybe somebody catching them on the corner building. I don't think there's anybody really in position to do so. And Balance still hasn't maximized on this bomb plant. He's going to go ahead and try and stick it for the first time. Nothing there for the side of Qlash to prevent it to happen. And well, ladies and gentlemen, we might be going through to a round 11, pending the defense is solid, not solid there for the side of FN420. The job's done. Feints, catches one through the broken area of the corner building. Veery finds another and hasn't gone. They are not going to be a shot and chance that they get this taken down. Gone, going to rotate in. Gone, going to eat bullets from each and every direction. Slayer going to get the kill credit. We're going to be moving on to a round 11 where we flip sides one more time, overtime. Who do you got, Gil? Qlash do have the advantage of being up top this time around.
Honestly, I have no clue, although I would say that arguably Qlash did a better job when they were on the offensive side. They are back at it again. Well, this is still for 420 that we're talking about. Let's see how good they do. First shot is going to be there onto Balance by Zed. That's exactly what they need gone, pushing on to the bus station, looking for more. The defense through that wall is gonna be Slayer. Slayer with a sniper, with a jump peek, finds one kill, goes for kill number 2, but decides not to push. Now the shots are being fired, and it is Beery who got concussed in there. The bomb is down. Marky, cannot be any other way. Marky takes a kill onto Storm, looking to get so much damage done, but Hez gets the answer back. 2 kills on each side. Beery gonna be spotted. Feigns gonna be taken down as well. Slayer answers back. Gun is dead. Blends leads to a 1v2, but Marky takes a kill.
No! Hez!
That Hez was just above him. Hez takes the information that he needed, jumps out of that window, and has no mercy over his opponent. That is going to be another round for Qlash, and that is a victory for them as well. Verdict after that game of Hardpoint. This is the least thing, the last thing I was expecting coming out of Qlash, but with a surprise play from them, they will go with a 2-0 victory over 420.
2-0 victory indeed, and man, FN 420 are certainly feeling the burn from that hard point. Big game coming through for them, but just not able to close it up and take it to a Game 3 opportunity. We flip sides, we go to overtime, and sure enough, Qlash, they come through with the upper hand, get that bomb plant down. Granted, Marky was a demon that game, bro. There's only so much you could do with 3 feet separating you and a KRM. And Hez, just like a shotgun wedding, homie, put it to his back. Hey, you gotta make a move. Didn't make it. Didn't make it. That is tough, bro. That is super tough. 6-5 win for Qlash. They come through and make Verdict shut his mouth. The caster curse is, again, relevant this season, as it will always be moving forward. I don't know if that was a great performance from Qlash. I want to say it was, or if it was just not the best performance from FN 420. I don't think it really matters. The fact of the matter is, it's a 2-0, and it is in favor of none other than Qlash, one of our qualifying teams, making it through to the regular season. They take down one of the Titans, the invited teams in FN 420. They earn those 20 points. So if you're just now joining us in, we've got results from the day already up. Just kind of give you a little brief recap. Just saw some dynamic games there from FN 420 and Qlash, but we started this action off with a little bit of Illuminati EU and Portugal. Illuminati absolutely coming through with the most energy in a 2-0 fashion. Qlash, they get the upset. That's going to be 20 points well earned. And that leaves us with our third series of the day. We got a fourth one as well. Third one, right around the corner, Nova Esports and Lux Aeterna. Gil. Solid matches so far today, huh, homie?
It's been really good to see, you know. We've had now 2 qualifier teams. Now one of them even taking a dub over those teams that got invited into this, which means, like you mentioned, this season, this is only day 1, and already looking spicy with the first 2 games. Like you mentioned, we are now gonna be moving on to the match of Nova versus that was, say that again,
Lux Aeterna.
That was Lux Aeterna, right? Yeah. So even more thrilled to see. I feel like for Lux it's even gonna be slightly harder, even, but who knows? At the end of the day, we already got the first surprise today, I would say.
No, I think so. I think this was a toss-up. Qlash get the advantage of getting the DQ to go to that Game 2 and have a little bit of momentum. I certainly felt like they knew if they win this game that it's, since they got the DQ, they need to close out and search. They can't play another Hardpoint. Obviously, they brought everything they could to the table, and that one defending round that they won certainly allowed us to go to that round 11. Anything can happen in round 11. That's the peculiar thing about it. Well, enough about that series. We've got plenty of spicy action left. We've got Nova and Lux. Nova, of course, being your returning champion. And then our highlight match of the night is going to be our 4th series, Animus and 117 Not Found. You do not want to miss that action. So we're going to hear a word from COD. We'll take a short intermission. We shall be right back.
yeah, baby. That was dope. No lie.
And the music is unmuted, or muted, sorry. And we are unmuted. We are here for it as Nova Esports are returning Mobile Mayhem Winter 2022 champions. Right back in the ring. They're going to be squaring off against Lux Aeterna in our third series of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the little bit of delay, but had a bit of an issue getting the players in the lobby nonetheless. They made it in time. And Gil, we're here for it, homie.
We are here for it. That's right, and we talked a little bit about the fact that it is yet again going to be another qualifier making their appearance here on Mobile Mayhem. This time is the turn for Lux, and in front of them, like you mentioned, they got a super stacked team of Nova. On their side of Nova, they're going to be playing alongside with Spy, Neo, Saturn's, Creed, and Infernal Verdict.
Yes, indeed.
What do you think about that roster?
That's a pretty stacked roster, homie. I'm kind of shaking in my boots. Nonetheless, I see the, a few Dragon Ball Z profile pictures too. The Majin Vegeta, absolutely a beaut there. Saturn's clearly has good taste. Also has great shots too. So, Infernal coming through with the Incubator Goku. Certainly the Time Chamber, where they sit back and at any rate you get the picture, right? All right, I'm trying to.
You're talking about.
Yeah, you guys get what I'm talking about. They're sweaty, but guess what? The profile pictures for this Lux roster, they're absolutely coordinated. As a matter of fact, probably some of the best coordinated profile pictures I've seen to date. Now, as we're gearing up for it, best three is ready to rock and roll. Does look like we're going to start things off with a little bit of a standoff. Hardpoint followed up by a raid, search, and destroy. And a game 3, it does look like we're going to be gearing up for another hardpoint, but this time it's going to be takeoff as the map 3 choice. The bans, Nova, notoriously known for banning Crossfire for obvious reasons. Summit banned from Lux. Somebody's done their scouting report. It checks out, 100% on point. Don't want to play Nova on Summit in any map or game mode. Obviously, Domination's not in the pool for play. So just kind of getting that out of the mix for Search and Destroy, certainly a 200 IQ play from them.
Yeah, and I also heard the fact that we are gonna have a player using an unusual operator, and that was, if I remember correctly, Inferno with a I forgot its name. I was gonna say Electrifier, but that's not the name.
No, we can use Electrifier. I like it better than Tempest. Tempest just sounds weird. Like I want to say
about Purifier and electricity, so that's the best I could have come up with. But yeah, it's I think that was one of those that had their most usage when Goliath was. Nowadays, it's not really that seen anymore, but you can still take some value of it. And as we start on a map like standoff, if you are over at certain angles, you can cover from the outside with it. So probably gonna be what we see from it.
We'll see how it pans out now as Lux coming through with their main roster as well. Guffy, Cinca, Parasite, Razzle, and Detel. So definitely going to be difficult to say the least. I mentioned it to Parasite last night when he came through in one of my Warzone streams where, we weren't raging home, we were vibing. Okay, he was the first one there, and I gotta say, bro is just A1. I told him, I was real with him. I was like, look, you're playing against a team who is damn near unstoppable in Mobile Mayhem. Like, they have lost one season since I've been casting, and I've been doing this for, this will be my 6th straight season in a row. No, 5th straight season in a row. You're telling me 4 out of 5 seasons have already been, they've got the corner, like, locked down. Ain't no way you're thinking that you're going to come in here and it's not going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. But I also told him I was always on board for, upset season. That is certainly a case that we might see here if Lux can play their cards right. Nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and dive right into it. Hardpoint has never looked better, and when we see it being played in standoff, just A1 with it. Now, as P1's open to open, oh my, Courtyard already being turned into a graveyard, but Cinca is able to find 2 off the rip, though.
And there, Silence was able to get a kill and clear that area, but immediately Parasite trying to bounce inside, gonna be surprised by Spy. Spy then taking a double onto Tail. Spy still inside of it. Gets taken down by Goofy, the the kill after kill ends up always with a Nova player inside of this point. Now the last one is gonna be Neil. Neil playing with this kill with a mythic skin, gets pushed over by the Intel. Once again, the side of Lux trying to take control, but doesn't matter how many kills they get, how much time they spent inside. At the end of the day, they have only been able to get a single second out of the side of Nova, and you said it yourself, they've been so dominant, not only from last season even. They've been so dominant for the longest time, and they are here to make a statement as this is going to be their first match of the current season. The rotations are going to be quite efficient, quite well introduced by the side of Lux. Ended up with Guffy inside of the kill. This could lead to them getting some time, but as soon as I said that, that's going to be 4 kills going into the way of Nova. Now Guffy was the only one inside and through the wall. Inferno doesn't even need to get some visual contact. He knows that he's going to be there, and the retake immediately going in favor of Nova. It's just such a dominant team verdict.
No, dominant team indeed. Now, as I was taking a look at the last season statistics, this is a Nova team that is returning back in full force, full roster coming through. Obviously, we don't see Yaya in the mix today, but, I mean, they're handling business as if he is right there with them. They lost 2 maps all season long last season, and that includes playoffs. They lost 1 map in the finals against Animus. They lost 1 map all season long last season in the regular play, and that was against Illuminati. All right? So to tell you that this team has been perfect, they have been like textbook perfect, even on days like this, and especially in days where they're playing against notable opponents. Right here, they're handling business. 87-80, or 87-7, 80-point lead rolling into this P3 hill, and things just not looking good for Lux. I said they might have bit off a little bit more than they can chew against this first matchup, but they don't get to pick, you know, the season in which it plays out. They just have to play it the way it is dealt, and it is dealt them in a pretty bad situation where streaks are already coming through. The break in P3 is already there. And top blue, man, could have been a safe haven, but it is certainly not the players in Lux going to be in this point.
And the thing is, the more they try, well, the more answers that Nova comes up with. The fact that it is evident that the gun skill is leading onto the side of Nova, because the rotations, that's going to be like 3 in a row, 2 or 3 in a row, that I've seen Lux doing a good job at making sure that they are there first, and then at the same time they're positioning themselves for defense. But whenever the side of Nova rolls around the corner, it is just so tough for them to defend themselves. Inside of the side of Market, it was Saturn's not pushing inside, got taken down at the end, but the damage was already done. No one from the side of Lux is there no more. Doesn't matter how early, how late they get, Nova always is there to just shut down their dreams. Now they were trying to get inside. Spy gonna be able to answer back. Spy with 13 is the one earning the points for the side of Nova. Looking left to right, no one's being able to cut him off guard. Now gonna be using an airstrike to make sure that anyone who was getting inside is now dead. Finds a kill with a weapon, and it's just so tough to see, you know.
It's demoralizing.
I really do hope that Lux don't get too disencouraged by this. Like you mentioned, this is Nova at the end of the day that we're talking about, and it is not only them, but I'm sure that plenty more teams will also struggle when it comes down to fighting against them.
No, you're absolutely looking at it. I mean, just every corner, every play that's thrown, everything that has just came across Lux, there's always 1, 2, 3 Nova players right there 2 steps ahead of them. And that has been the case. The P4 rotations look like they were promising, but Saturn's, lo and behold, here he comes. If he wasn't an MVP, you know, candidate from last season, I would have gave him the crown myself. Bro was just big boy carrying, putting up numbers and numbers and numbers of kills, just doing the unthinkable and doing it so seamlessly. Bro is just a master of his craft, and right now, Nova, they're getting the master of their craft here in this game 1. 20 points finally reached, and it is just downright devastating. We're going to go ahead and buckle up for a quick listen, and we're going to see how the comms sound for Nova, because I for damn sure do not want to hear the, you know, this just downright depressing of what it could be for the side of Lux.
One shot.
You okay, bro? Okay, bro. Grandma, bro.
Yo, they're back.
This one. Get me again. One guy.
Dilly dead, bro. One more dilly, one more dilly.
Yes, one more guess, one more guess.
Dilly dead, roar.
Dead.
Back dilly. Oh, watch it, back dilly. Back dilly dead, roar. He's putting market, one gas dead, roar.
I'm flanking this one.
Market dead.
One boxes, dead, roar.
No,
Yes.
he's down there.
One gas, he's putting gas. Yeah, there's
Broken.
Yes,
One
there.
farm, one farm.
Hop up.
But it's boom, grease, side dead. Roar.
We can win off it.
One more, minute. Nice, thank you.
I'm watching your hop up. I have your hop up. Watch back fact. Just watch back fact. I'll put it back.
Back like that, roar.
Back.
Oh, there's a glide thing.
All right, the banter back and forth, Gil. I was kind of laughing the entire time because these guys, they know how to have a good time. They're primarily business first, but any chance they get to kick back and relax and have a good time, I know they are 100% on board. If you're wondering who was doing the that was Creed, homie. That was nobody else other than Creed, and well-deserved victory there for Nova. Obviously, Lux coming through in the qualifier showed a lot of promise, but you're in the big leagues now. And big leagues come with, games like this. It happens, all right? You can't be discouraged by that. It's got to be one of those ones where you get knocked out cold, one punch. It was not, a moment that I felt like Lux was about to turn this around. But you take that punch on the chin and you just move on in stride. You can't let this hold you back.
Yeah, it's wow, it really threw me off. Like I was not expecting like that. Someone just barking out of nowhere all the time. But it is what it is. Like you mentioned, they knew that they had the gun skill, and just took the game as quickly as possible. Right, 250 onto 23, favoring the side of Lux. It's like a call to say, hey, Lux, yes, you made it onto the big leagues, but it doesn't mean that you are going to be top one right away. Right, you gotta work for your spot. You gotta earn it. And I feel like whoever we could have gotten against Nova on the first match, we would have gotten results where Nova would be just devastating their opponents. But it is what it is. Lux, like you mentioned, props to you for trying, but we are gonna end up with you losing this one. Now moving on to S&D. It is going to be on raid. You will be on the defensive side, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% positive on that one just yet. But I don't know, Verdict. I feel like there's not much to say besides what we've called already. The fact that, this is Nova. And Lux is just getting into the big scene for now.
No, I think I got one thing to say after that game. And it's a very serious note. And that's it. It wasn't serious, okay? It wasn't serious. I set you guys up. I got you. You guys got you baited. Yeah, I mean, you want to feel bad, but also at the same time,
I was losing it.
It's one of those things where it's expected. Nova have shown up and shown to be one of the best, if not the best, Mobile Mayhem teams in any region in their regards. In respect to their region, there has been so much domination just from them. Again, I mentioned it earlier. I've casted Mobile Mayhem now for 5 seasons. This is my 6th. And they've only lost one. And that was a miracle story that I didn't even get to cast. It was the Mobile Mayhem Grand Finals where Bobby came through. I think it was fall 2021, right before Stage 5, right before we were getting geared up for that. Maybe it was right during Stage 4, I believe. And Anarchy was just, they were on another level. They were just clicking on all cylinders. They were on, the brink of being the best team in EU. And snag one championship under their belt. Nova, since then, have been flawless. I think they've lost maybe 1 or 2 games. Every time they play. Last time they played they lost 1 game. And that was 2 games collectively through the whole entire season. I don't know how much better you can be.
we are already getting geared up for what could be the last game between these two on the match. And, well, like we mentioned, it is going to be on raid. And I think we should give some screen time to who was the MVP from the side of Nova. If I'm not mistaken, that was Spy, right?
They are all MVPs. We'll give it to Spy, though.
It was pretty close to one another, but yeah, he got there at the end. Now pushing through the pool side. Oof, gets a nade by that Kavi area. Begins shooting at it, but through the left side there was Senka to get a kill. Now Senka gets spotted by Inferno. The 2-for-2 trades immediately going between the two of them. Neil gonna find yet another kill for the side of Nova. Now trying to plant the bomb with sniper. Is pretty unusual for us to see the bomb carrier being now someone with a sniper, but you know, it is what it is. They're gonna get it down, and now it is a duty between Parasite and Goffy to try to make it happen. Parasite, as I've seen in the past, really has a lot of people rooting for him, and alongside with Lux. Let's see how much he can do now playing with a Kilo, rolling around the top area, going onto the staircase, finds Neil. Oof. Neil gets the shot onto Goffy, and this is a 1v3. Parasite, they're just rotating and taking damage from Parasite, and at the same time Inferno was going to us. I don't know if you noticed that, but they were literally he's going back and forward while Inferno was pushing. Yeah.
I mean, it's a good old bait and switch, right? Hey, look at me. Here comes Inferno. I've got 3 kills on board. I'm using the QXR. Normally, he's in a position where he's using the SKS like he did in the last, in the Hardpoint. Obviously, we're here for fun. He's got the QXR with, you know, one of the anime skins. He's actually going to bite the dust there. Parasite going to get the better of the trade. Goffy's going to find 2. Or find 1, makes it 2. Dittel finds 1 as well. And, wow, here we go. Nova. They might have been pretty damn solid on round number 1, but now it's all on Spy. The bomb carrier looking to stay alive. No kills on board. Last season's nomination for an MVP candidate here at Nova. Obviously, Boot got the votes, though. And, I mean, I think that's for, you know, apparent reason. Boot is way better, right? Look, I think it was a combination of being, you know, just great to the scene and also new to the scene. A bit of fresh air, but right here, it's all Spy. And shots coming through, looking for a flawless round for themselves. Lux might be able to take the round here. Sinka, slide peek. I didn't think it was going to pay out, but it did. Spy drops. We got 1 for 1s.
For once, indeed. A good answer from Lux, and like you mentioned, maybe they got too confident on the side of Nova. We're not expecting such an answer from the side of Lux. And, well, they already took their first round for the side of Lux Aeterna. Now the push is going to go through the B side now. They're going quite aggressively for the time being. Inferno finds the first blood with a QXR onto Parasite. Then Inferno looking for more. Gonna try to get a kill. Gets the knock onto Goffy. Senka then takes him out. Now in the middle of the map, I'm looking at Dittel. He just got a kill onto Spy, but got spotted by Creed. Creed gets a double. Creed maybe could try to attempt to get a triple as Sirens. Gets blasted by Senka. Senka trying to defend himself. This is a 1v2. Creed is going to be pushing through that window. Senka got surprised, but not really taking too much damage out of that one. Creed rolls around the corner to find his last kill and provide another round for Nova. I feel like it was just a bit of a mistake on how confident and the side of Nova was and how they approached the second round, because yet again they looked pretty dominant on this one.
No, they did, and Creed just can't be denied. I mean, it came down to him being the biggest factor in that round. He found 3. Nasty 2-piece up top, Laundry. Gets 1 in the rotation from Dittel, who is being a menace. Certainly handled business there on the last. And now, again, we're going to see a 4v3 scenario. 2 trades in, 2 for 1s. As Saturn's drop, Neil is going to be half health, but is going to ego chow the mold. Push. Wow. Jungle site. You can't retreat. The wall is not your friend, homie. And it is 2 players left alive here. Razzle, Dittel. I know how well Dittel can play, but Razzle, he's got dazzling shots as well here. Creed and Neil both drop. Now it's a 2v2, but Dittel finds 1, but the trades are in. Inferno with the QXR. I think he's still got it in hand. How the hell is he hitting those shots from that range? Well, homie, I'll tell you, he's cracked. He was just better there. And what could have been a great round there for Lux and capitalizing on a little bit of out of position. End up being a 1v1 where you get gunned down by a QXR. The level of disrespect, Inferno. He's a madman.
Absolute madman, that QXR is all he needs. 7 kills so far, not pushing through the side of Money, going around the smoke, but through the smoke you cannot look at Dytel. Dytel, the one doing a phenomenal job for the side of Lux, finds the first block, going for the second. He's with the chest to the ground. They didn't realize he was there, finds another kill. 4 versus 2, goes for another. Turns out that Saturns was not ready for that push. Spy is left alone 1v4, takes kill number 1, trying to stay alive, still has the bomb under control. He could pretty easily start rotating towards the next side, but the problem is Burdick the second. He plants that bomb. I think it's gonna be quite tough. In a way, I feel like he should try to somehow get a kill before planting that bomb. Right now, still waiting, takes damage at a distance from, I think that was Parasite. Parasite immediately relaying that information onto the entirety of the team remaining. They're pushing for that kill. Spy just looking left to right, not too sure on what to do, and it seems like maybe Nova is gonna give on to another round here. Spy finds the kill onto Lytel. Spy looking for more damage. He knows that they're over there. 40 seconds on the clock, and he's still got time to play with. He's just baiting them out of their spots, you know? I feel like he truly wanted to take kills one at a time. He's gonna get spotted by Senka! Oh, but Parasite had his back. That was so close. If he had gotten that kill onto Senka, could have been a different story here.
Well, that's a great instance where you need to play your twos. Obviously, Spy violates the one that pushes in solo. Didn't wait for the coordination. Lux still able to capitalize there on that round, and we're pretty close here as we flip sides. Now it's the attacking strats coming through for Lux. Will they be able to prevail and find a way to even things up? Well, guess what? Inferno, he does not care. Bro has no filter. Bro has no worries. Saturns gets the revenge there on Detel, who gets the kill on Inferno, and Parasite is going to be left all alone in bottom red, and that is going to be the kill there for Spy. He picks up 2 and 4-2. Before I can even start talking about the round, it's over. It is over. It is shut down, and you can thank Inferno for that, chat. We can't have good games because Inferno is pushing literally through the middle of the map like a madman with no cares in the world. Right here, he might be able to, get all the way through before he finds one because the A-side push is certainly coming through. Parasite's going to find the first blood, and now we're going to see the push. Saturn's can he hold off the pressure from Court? Well, he gets one and drops quickly to Tell. There for the trade, 1:30 on the clock. Wrong, 45 seconds, and now the pressure here for the side of Nova to perform. But Neil, certainly a performer himself.
The bomb got planted. Inferno's left alone with a QXR, trying to snipe. Weather takes the kill onto Guffy. Guffy's now taking down Inferno, trying to push without realizing that there's someone to the right. They tell. With great positioning yet again, gonna take that kill. I feel like he's the one that has been able to stop constantly the push that Inferno is doing. And, well, although he's done it a few times, they are still going to be losing. The advantage continues to be for Nova. That just don't change the strategy, you know? It's always gonna be Inferno pushing now, gonna be already onto the red room, but gets spotted. I told you, they tell he's just bullying Inferno at this point.
Well, I mean, he should. He has every right. Bro's running around with the QXR. Like, he doesn't have any kind of sense in the world, and obviously it's panned out. He's picked up 10 kills, chat. Bro, it works. Is QXR meta now? No, it is not. It is just meta in the hands of the holder, which is Inferno. The kills come through. The clean sweep right there. Saturns is in a 1v1 scenario, and Razzle needs to be a little less aggressive here. Does not need to be aggressive. There we go. He is aggressive. 4-4. We're tied up. And Lux may not look solid in that hardpoint game, but you are looking pretty damn fine here in the Search or Destroy. And I gotta say, we might be going to a game 3 if they play their cards right. We'll see if Inferno's opts to swap, or is he gonna maintain? Obviously, he's got 10 kills, but the QXR, is it still gonna be in his hands? It absolutely is. Strategies are on point. The hit markers are in. The concussions give out a lot of info, and the poolside push is left with 4 players literally on the outskirts of the court side. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my. Wow. And 4 dead. 1, 2, 3, 4. The only reason Guffy didn't die is because he was pretty much on spawn, but like, oh wow.
Well, I mean, Inferno didn't get those 4. He got 2 of them.
He got 2, yeah.
But he got a major assist on that third.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that was a good shot. taking down Creed. Goff is still alive, unwilling to give up. He wants to bring the advantage home. They want to take this round. Let's see how he approaches this situation, still carrying this sniper. I think as a secondary, he doesn't really have another weapon. And no one has any idea of where he's at. Could be finding himself in the middle of a 1 versus 2 without realizing that. And he just got scared, you know. I feel like he started hearing those shots from Inferno. Had no clue where the shots were coming from. Just turned left to right. Got taken down. Nova takes another round verdict. And as much as I thought that there was opportunity for Lux and to take this game, we're back onto the favor of Nova.
No, we are indeed. This is match point, and Creed gonna be able to maximize there, even though he's half health. Is gonna be able to get the kills on the red side of things. Gets the driveway push shut down too. That's 2 for 1. Inferno, take that L, homie. Send that QXR back home. I'm just kidding. Obviously, you're freaking ridiculous. Whatever gun you use. Parasite rotates right in front of Creed, and that is a man who single-handedly put up the most kills in Stage 5. That's a corner you don't want to be right on the other side of. Guffy looking for the trades is going to be outs there. The ace to cap it all off. Razzle might have clutched the 1v1 earlier. Oh, he clutches that one, but is a moment right before he rounds the staircase. Spies up top to get the trade, and that is the 6-4 win. Nova, even though Lux put up a hell of a fight, they handle business. They're not trying to start their season off in a 1-1 situation going to a Game 3. They do the deed there in Search or Destroy, and that is going to be our 3rd series in a bag. Nova take the bag indeed. 20 points awarded to them. But I got to say, that Search or Destroy game was kind of fire.
Yeah, a whole lot better from the side of Lux. They were able to do a lot on this game, getting 4 rounds for themselves, and a big chunk of that, a big part of those rounds. Daytail ended up with 15 kills for himself. Verdict. He's gonna be the one with the most kills, even over the side of Inferno. Although Inferno was playing hyper aggressive, Daytail being capable to constantly shut him down in multiple rounds was the fact that, well, he couldn't continue with that rampage anymore.
You are absolutely right. Taking a look at the post-action report, 15 kills for Daytail. Man was a menace. But you're talking about someone who was using off-meta and making it look viable. None other than Inferno. I'm kidding, Inferno. Obviously, your Trovo name is Inferno. And so I just kind of made it a little bit of a twist there. 13 kills with the QXR. Just an absolute beam. 9 kills for Creed. 7 for Saturn's. 5 for Neil. I don't even know what Spy ended up with. Does it really matter, though? Big Game 2 scenario, which leads us to a 2-0 win. A lot of dog in the fight there from Lux towards the end, though. Gotta say, those are possibly our best Search or Destroy other than the FN 421, which obviously put us in a 2-0 predicament where Qlash take, 20 points for themselves. But this one, where you've got the best of the best in EU, in Nova, you got a qualifier team giving them a run for their money, obviously, is, close doesn't matter. Almost doesn't count, right? It's one of those things, it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or win by a mile. Win's a win. Gotta admire the fight in the dog there from Lux. They bring a bunch of energy after kind of getting their asses handed to them in that Hardpoint, and put on a pretty damn good show there in the Search. So, gonna be keeping an eye out for them moving forward, especially in Search and Destroy performances. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna bring us to, unfortunately, the end of the stream. That's right. We're gonna take a look at it. The schedule. Yeah. I know. What? Why? What's going on, Vert? Do you hate us? Do you not want to see the, Animus and 117 not found? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if there's anybody that's here who wants to see our highlight matchup of the night played out, it's me. All right? I don't care what any of you, want as far as seeing that matchup. I want to see it more than everybody. Okay? But we can't see it. It's not happening. 117 have opted to forfeit. They cannot play tonight due to a holiday for tomorrow, as they will be celebrating Easter, which is coming up too. So, I wish there was a chance that we could have gotten this series earlier had we had the proper communication. But we didn't. So, it is unfortunately a DQ. I don't know what else to say in that regards. So Animus and 117 Not Found, our highlight match of the night, is out the window. Yeah, you can tell that I'm visually upset, obviously, but that's going to take us...
Not much to say.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do in that situation? Obviously, we got communication about, the players who are observing Ramadan. Obviously, if they're participating in that, they break their fast at 8 p.m. Central European time. So we take an hour of delay just to accommodate for that. We don't get the communication properly before, the matchups are about to start. I mean, I don't know when we got the information, but we were discussing it before this matchup on, if we're going to see it or not. That's how, sudden it was. I don't know how much the communication was on the back end. Nonetheless, it's a ball drop. It's a big ball drop. It's unfortunate. But that's going to conclude our stream. Taking a look at the results from the day. Ladies and gentlemen, we are taking a look at it. That is going to be the 2-0 big 20 points in favor of Illuminati. Qlash going to steal the deal there. Take that first game. Hardpoint on backs of a Skulker perk being used from FN 420. And if they weren't punching air after that game, they were certainly doing it after the Search and Destroy, because Qlash, they come through an upset, 2-0 fashion. Nova Esports, they handle business. Hell of a run there for Lux in the Search, but fortunately, just wasn't enough to take the returning champs to a Game 3. Animus, they're going to get a free 20 points. The forfeit for 117 Not Found. It's unfortunate. It's Good Friday coming up. That's right. Tomorrow, they have to get up early. They can't play right now. It is late. It is literally 11:30 for them.
12.
Yeah, it's about to be midnight. So we got to respect their wishes. I can't fault them for that. I just wish we would have got a little bit better communication so that way we could have accommodated, and made it happen a little earlier if possible. But obviously, I mean, we just couldn't make it happen, and that's going to take us to our standings. As you can see it, I don't think Animus's points are up there as of yet. But once they do reflect, it's going to be a four-way tie between... Oh, yeah, Animus's points is up there now. There we go. Four-way tie for first place. Animus, Nova, Qlash, Illuminati, all going to be sitting right there in a four-way tie. And then everyone else for second place, they got a six-way tie for it. So, beginning of the season blunders. Obviously, we've got one forfeit. And you can't spell EU without DQ. All right? Gil, solid games today, bro. Thoughts?
Well, I feel like if we had a Qlash to be capable of fighting back against someone like it was F20, 420, it also means like they were not even the first one, right? It was a dominant victory by EuroElite, who we haven't had a chance to see quite yet. I'm not too sure who they'll be facing off on their first time, but I'm thrilled to see what they got to bring into the table. You were mentioning that they are definitely a team to be on the lookout for. And although we didn't get a chance to see them today, the fact that Qlash was capable of fighting and winning, it brings a lot of light into this season, in my opinion. So
no, I'm absolutely on board with that. Obviously, when one team makes a mistake, you've learned at EU, you got to capitalize on it. I think Qlash was able to, swoop in and take what was rightfully theirs. They earned it. They win that first game on a DQ, and they come through with a big Search and Destroy performance to close that series out. As I'm taking a look at it Tuesday, it's going to be an interesting schedule. We're going to start things off with FN 420 versus Portugal, Lux Aeterna versus Illuminati, Anarchy versus EuroElite. That is going to be the highlight match of the night. Probably the most anticipated one, or not more anticipated than normal, is going to be 117 Not Found versus Nova. So that is where we're going to pick the action up on Tuesday. But until then, we're just going to have to go to bed tonight without knowing what our highlight match of the night was going to be like. And it's super unfortunate, but, it's EU. What can we say? All right, we're going to get geared up for a raid. Don't go anywhere. We're going to find someone that we enjoy seeing. Make sure you tell them that Verdict and Guildmania sent you, and that Mobile Mayhem was a dub, even though we didn't get to see our highlight match of the night. That's right, Verdict, you sound like one of those kids who just are throwing a temper tantrum because you're not getting what you want. I mentioned it in every other word. I am visually and emotionally upset. All right, so there. I'm done. I feel better now. All right, we'll see you back Tuesdays, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for stopping by. It was a great time. Have a great weekend. Have a great holiday. Enjoy time with your family. We'll see you then.